Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon news update. So, we are talking a new set this week. We're talking about something called Dark Order, which is an interesting one because we should be seeing it next year. And from what I've read, it's going to rely very much on Dark, Metal, and Lightning type Pokemon. Which means we might get a little bit of support for Dark, Lightning, and Psychic type Pokemon. As much as there is already quite a nice bit of support, but a little bit more always helps. So of course, starting off, we're going to be talking a new GX. Now, big question is, what is this GX? Well, it is this guy right here. And you're probably wondering, Incinaroar? Yeah, Incinaroar GX. Now, this is a Dark type Pokemon. Now, straight away, my mind is like, surely we should be getting another Primarina and Decidueye. Surely, because otherwise that is total favouritism towards Incinaroar. I'm not saying they're all going to come out in this set, but we can help narrow this down slightly because Decidueye was grass, Primarina was water, and Incinaroar was fire. Now, obviously, Incinaroar is able to either use a dark type attack or because it's not a mixture of two, I think it's got some dark type attacks. Now, if that's true, we also have Decidueye, which I believe from when I played Ultra Sun, I think I had a ghost attack on it. Now, in my eyes, ghost should probably be in Psychic, like Gengar would be. So, we might see a Psychic Decidueye. And Primarina, as we probably all know, is water type, but it does have a fairy to it. So, does that mean we're going to be getting different typings for the generation starters? I'd like to think so. Getting a fairy type Primarina, getting a psychic type Decidueye, and an Incinaroar that is of the dark variety is definitely going to shake up a lot of stuff, seeing as these guys will rotate next year. But obviously, this Incinaroar, for example, won't. So I am excited. I'm also excited to see whether the Torracat and the Litten are going to be dark types or are they going to be fire. That's going to be interesting to find out. And you're probably already wondering, why are you showing us the full art? Well, that's how they've revealed it. They revealed it as a full art. Not as the normal one, a full art. And I have to say, even though I haven't seen the first one, I like this a lot. I think it looks insane. His face, the teeth, looks really vicious. Really, really interesting indeed. I like it a lot. So that is some pretty cool stuff indeed. So, of course, like we said, it is a dark type, and it has it has 250 HP, which is pretty cool. That is definitely a nice jump up there. I don't know if the other Incinaroar had 250. It doesn't ring a bell, but it might have. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And of course it is a Stage 2 Pokemon because obviously it does evolve from Litten to Torracat to Incinaroar. So there we go. So very nice stuff indeed. So let's have a little look at those moves and everything. So first one, we have the ability called Scar Charge. Now whether the translation will actually be in English, some things do change, some things stay the same. But in this case it is called Scar Charge. What does it do? Well, once during your turn before your attack, you may put 3 damage counters on this Pokemon. If you do, search your deck for up to 3 dark energy and attach them to this Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. So, this is really good because we are taking 3 damage counters off us, which still means we've got 220 HP. That's all good. But before we even attack, we can actually charge this guy up to do an attack by doing this ability, which is brilliant. I absolutely love this thing. I think that is going to be really, really cool indeed. A very, very interesting way of sacrificing some health to gain quite a lot. So you won't even really need to attach anything to this. I mean, if you do, fair enough, it sort of goes towards the retreat cost, which we will cover. You can probably see that, though. But I definitely like this ability a lot. Say, for example, the attacks were 4 and it only gave you 3. Fair enough, that's sort of it's a good advantage, but it's not overpowered. But in this circumstance, it is really good that you're just getting your 3 energies and you're only losing 30 HP, which is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. I like it. So the attack, called Crush Punch, whether it is called that, I don't know. It's for 3 colourless. Now, of course, if you are going to do the ability, you are going to get the 3 dark energies on it, which is fair enough. So, 130 damage, discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. That can be pretty cool, you know, DCEs, the Rainbow Energy, and of course we've got Unit Energy. They're the sort of big players at the moment. So a lot of people are going to try and get rid of them. Enhanced Hammers are sort of a big thing at the moment, trying to get rid of all of them. A lot of people like their special energies, but this thing's definitely going to eat that up very nicely indeed. And 130 is pretty cool. The choice band's 160, including a Devoured Field as well as 170. That is a Lele gone. That is pretty nice. It may have to two-shot things, but if it's got weakness to Dark, then happy days. You are doing pretty well. So pretty nice there, I like that one. And then we have the GX called DD Tornado. Now I really don't know whether it is going to be called DD, because you can see actually on the actual card itself, it does actually say DD, and then obviously the other word is Tornado. So whether it is called that, I don't know. It might be like Dark Tornado, I don't know. But again, it is for 3 colourless. We will have the dark energies on it because of this, and that will definitely rely very much on this GX. 10 plus damage. This attack does 50 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. That is going to be very devastating indeed, because if your opponent, for example, gets out a Zoroark, now the highest a Zoroark can do, in my eyes, would be 160. So you've got, I think that's right, yeah it is. So you've got 120 because you've got everything on your bench. You've got a choice band for another 30, and if you are playing Devoured Field, that's 160. Plus, you might have already done the 3 to, you know, take 3 damage counters off, and then you get your energies on this thing. So we'll say, for example, this thing has got 190 HP on it. I don't really need to do the maths in terms of 190 times 50. Or 19 times 50, let's put it that way. That is crazy. That is crazy, crazy damage indeed. So you definitely do not want to be hitting this thing if you can one-hit KO it. And it is actually weak to fighting. So there is sort of a bit of a risk of Buzzwole coming along and being like, haha, you're weak. Weakness policy could help. There is that. But I do like it. I think that GX is very, very annoying. Very annoying indeed. So, let's finish this off. Of course, it is a GX, so when it does get knocked out, your opponent will get 2 prize cards. It has a weakness to fighting, as we have said. It does have a resistance to psychic, which is pretty cool. And a retreat of 3, which is pretty heavy. But the fact that you can actually retreat this thing, bring it back to the active, do the ability again for 3 damage, get those 3 energies onto this thing. I really don't see a point in worrying about 3 retreat, really. Because you can get it out. You can get it out of the active when it's possibly really, really damaged. Maybe do a max potion to it, which would be really annoying because they might have put like over 200 damage on it, for example. You max potion, there's no energies going on it, which is brilliant. And the thing is, max potion could work really well with this thing actually, because yes, you would be getting rid of the energies, but if you've got a way of putting those 3 energies back into your deck, which there are plenty of ways of doing, then you can just do the ability and just go, haha. I've never thought of that. That's really cool. I like this. I like this. I definitely am going to try this. Oh, that's going to be so annoying. I know how annoying max potion can be. Believe me, I've been on the receiving end and I've actually dealt it out, and it is so annoying, especially when you get it turn after turn after turn. The deck I'm talking about is a Alolan Raticate, by the way. Oh, max potion is a lovely thing with that. But yeah, I definitely like this thing a lot. I really do think it's got a lot going for it, and I think it has got some support, and hopefully we'll see more support coming out when this set is more revealed. So, let's have a little look at, of course, what works. So, starting off, we're going to throw Zoroark in there. Brilliant way of getting, getting your trades going. You're able to look through your deck, or not look through, sorry, but go through your deck at a bigger pace. Find your rare candies, possibly. Find your Torracats. Find the Incinaroar GX. Find a bit of energy, maybe. Find your max potions. For some examples. Plus, it also deals some pretty good damage if your whole bench is full and you've got a choice band, and you've possibly got Devoured Field, which I definitely think you should play during this. You'd be doing 160. That's pretty cool. And then, obviously, Incinaroar could possibly come up with that 130. Discard a special energy, which is really annoying, even though it might KO something. but that is definitely very, very cool. Throwing in Zoroark GX as well, just for a bit of fun. It'd be hilarious to get a Glutton GX going, especially when you attack them for 130. You've got this guy on your bench. The thing is that you don't even need to equip energies to Incinaroar, because the ability does it for you. Yes, you will have to run quite a bit of energy, but you can equip it yourself from your deck. But at the same time, you can attach to the Guzzlord on your bench, do that 130, and think, okay, my opponent's just, retreated it. I'll Guzma it up with this. Maybe it's a GX. You then take the 2 prize cards because of the GX. I'm thinking of using Glutton GX here. And then you take another 2, which is insane. So that could be a really funny little thing to do with a deck. Definitely very, very interesting to see if I could possibly pull that off. I'm definitely thinking about it right now. And the fact that you'd also have Beast Energy or Beast Ring as well, which can definitely speed up the process of getting energies onto that Ultra Beast, which would be amazing. Devoured Field we've talked of. Now, of course, if you are going against Dragon types, which you could be, especially with Rayquaza, you could be going against Dragonite, for example, then you're giving your opponent an advantage, but they might play this as well, so they could be giving you an advantage. So that's pretty nice. We've got Ultra of the Moon as well, helps to minus that retreat a little bit, which could be okay, but don't really need to focus on that, but it's a stadium to think of nevertheless. Darkrai as well, very interesting one to just sort of do the restoration, bring that back. Again, you'd be doing 130 with this guy for 3 energies, as well as Incinaroar doing 130. So you've got that constant 130 going on. Yes, it might not be able to KO something. Now I say something, if you had a Choice Band and you had obviously Devoured Field, you do 170, the Lele's would be out of there. And if any of them have like techs on the bench, for example, like, little basic Pokemons, you can snipe them and get rid of them, which can be quite annoying. So there is that to think about. And lastly, of course, you've got to put in Rare Candy, because getting that straight up from the Litten to the Incinaroar is going to be insane. If you can do that turn 2, that would be brilliant. Oh yeah, turn 1, I'll get some stuff on the bench, happy days. Got my Rare Candy in hand, let's see if we can get an Incinaroar. Oh, Incinaroar, yep, Rare Candy on the Litten, bang bang, use the ability, get the attack going, and they could possibly lose out on some very, very quick KOs, which would be insane. Definitely like that a lot. Very, very cool. So yeah, that is what I put for what works. I think this card already has got a lot of stuff going for it. I like it. I definitely think it's a really cool one. I think it beats the Fire version of itself. And whether we actually get the other 2 evolved starters would be an interesting factor. I think it would be fair, but it might be interesting. Could be interesting. So let's move on, of course, to Guess the GX. The answer from probably a few days ago, let's just put it that way, when we had a little look at a Alola Marowak GX. Very interesting one. So I gave you that picture right there. What was that? Well, it was Noivern GX, something that we haven't really seen a lot of. It is a Dragon type, which is pretty interesting, but of course it does have Dark, Psychic and Dark. It is a really annoying one to try and sort of get going, but who knows? Who knows? I have to say though, I love the full art. I think all the colours work very well. That sort of yellow mustardy background just brings that card to life. Really nice indeed. And then we have the Guess the GX for today. So we've got that picture there, that one right there, and that one right there. And this is something we haven't opened on the channel yet, but we will do, so do not worry about that. So we'll definitely be opening, there's 2 of these, 2 different boxes with 2 different of these, but this is one of them. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on what this GX is, as well as your thoughts on the Incinaroar GX, and finishing it off, let me know your thoughts on whether you think it'd be fair for all of the starters to have a new GX. Incineroar's getting one, and it's a different typing, why not the others? I think that would be pretty cool, and could definitely help to maybe bring Primarina up a little bit, because no one really liked that water type. In terms of the GX card, anyway. Decidueye was probably the best one, simply just down to the ability, the attacks, etc. It was a really good one. So yeah, there we go. I will leave it here for this video. If you guys have enjoyed, then make sure to hit that subscribe button below. And if you are new and finding me for the first time, definitely hit that subscribe button as well. We've got Dragon Majesty hopefully coming up the end of this week. What else have we got? And of course we've got a lot more news updates to bring you. I've got another GX which we'll hopefully see on Sunday. And maybe by then we might have some more information, so who knows, could be a few extra videos coming out as well. But apart from that, I'll leave it here, and I'll see you guys in the next video on the channel.